Hi, welcome to Race Radio from Stage 3 of the USA Pro Challenge here on bicycling.com. I'm Joe Lindsay. I'm here with Frankie Andreu. And Frankie, today's stage is definitely a nail biter. It really came down to the wire for Tommy D on that descent.
No, completely. I mean, every day it's been like a nail biter coming down to the final kilometers. And today for Tom Danielson, instead of the group getting caught, he managed to stay away. A fantastic ride. Everybody's been talking about like this new atmosphere, this new feeling that is surrounding Tom Danielson. He seems to be attacking, being the whole aggressive. Team. Yeah, they're just on the jazz to be able to try to win. This time it paid off.
Yeah, absolutely. Today you saw Dave Z pulling kind of up the valley toward Independence Pass. This is kind of the result of what might have happened on the first stage if he hadn't gotten sick and puked all over himself. He kept pulling today. Tommy went on, dropped his breakaway companion. Over the summit, you'd think 2 minutes over the summit would be good for a descent, but it was 30 kilometers long, so it really came down to it.
No, and you mentioned it was a headwind. What's surprising though is everybody sat around BMC. TJ ended up being isolated. This is a problem. There's something they're going to have to deal with. It is worrisome later on. But Danielson had almost a minute 45. He was going to end up jumping ahead of everybody else, and nobody else did anything. They're all waiting for BMC to be able to do everything. Yeah. And in the end, that group of the group of 30. There's like 6 Colombians in there, 5 Radio Shack guys, a bunch of 3 and 2s from other teams. Everybody's just waiting for BMC. Everybody
sat there while Matthias Frank sat on the front, and then TJ rolled through. Everybody sitting there. You could see when they got to the parts that were a little bit flatter, like the group would bunch up, and nobody would take the lead. And those spots actually was where Tom's lead was kind of staying static.
He's lucky Matthias Frank came back, because otherwise it was all TJ all by himself.
Right.
Then at the end again, they didn't catch Danielson. A fantastic ride. Caruso second to be able to take the points jerseys. Now Caruso has the points jersey.
Over Ferrari, yeah.
TJ lost the yellow jersey, and at the beginning I was like, how the world did this happen? Because they all finished on the same time.
Yeah, they're all in a big group.
They're all in a big group, but you look, it's all in the tech guide, and what they do is they take the sum of the previous stages as a tiebreaker because they are on the same time. Each of them have 30 points. Who would have thought? So, if TJ would have just finished one place closer to Christian today, he would have kept the yellow, but Christian Vande Velde now has the yellow jersey, and I guarantee TJ and BMC are not happy about this.
Not happy at all. And the big question now is for tomorrow, for stage 4. We've got Garmin in the lead now. So they've been aggressive now for 3 days. What happens now? They have to defend the lead as well. So what do? Can they be aggressive? Are they going to send somebody in a break on Independence Pass? I would not be surprised to see somebody like Peter Stetina go on that move and have Garmin look at everybody else and say, hey, we're not chasing, we got a guy in the break.
That would take the pressure off him. And so everything's, tomorrow still BMC wants to win with TJ. So it's still going to fall on their shoulder. But we start off Independence Pass. I mean, right away.
Straight out of the gate.
Right away, the Colombians are going to attack. Big groups are going to go up the road. Very, very dangerous. Garmin's going to need all hands on deck to be able to keep things in check. Obviously, you can't use up everybody because Stetina's still a dangerous. Christian, Danielson, all these guys are still there. And BMC is going to be right there also.
One thing to watch is basically kind of what I would say a level of attrition. Today's average speed was almost 26 miles an hour. Very fast. Stage 2 had 8,000 feet of climbing. Today had 9,500 feet of climbing. Tomorrow has 7,500 feet of climbing. These guys are just going like full gas all the time. So tomorrow, you've got this big climb out of the gate. You've got a 97-mile stage, another finishing climb, kind of a short, punchy one, a little bit like Crested Butte was. I think you're going to see a lot of attrition, and I think once we get to that climb in Beaver Creek, it's going to be really interesting to see who goes to the front and who really just doesn't have the legs to match that.
Yeah, and I think we'll see some time gaps at the end of Beaver Creek, which brings us back to yesterday. TJ and Christian didn't really finish next to each other. They gave them same time. They say maybe they're protesting, trying to make the time, but it's almost too little, too late. But if you would have got a time gap then from yesterday's finish, it would have made all the difference today, and TJ would have still had yellow.
Yeah, so these are the kind of the what ifs that happen in the race right now. You know,
it
what if
shows
BMC was still there?
every second counts.
Absolutely. So every second counts on Race Radio too.
Yeah, let's get to Beaver Creek.
That's right. This is Frankie Andreu. I'm Joe Lindsay. Thanks for joining us.
No, nobody did walk through.
That's impressive. Nobody walked
through. Very good.
All right, cool. It's the fact that you were like 2 feet away from us.
Beautiful Aspen.
Downtown Aspen.